Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations as we recap last night's Dungeons & Dragons game. Dave's Imagination presents Dark Queen Ascension, The Fallen, our game from last night, Thursday, July 14th. Stay with me. So we began the evening by recapping that the primary goal, what we're seeking right now, is to go to the Sea of Moving Ice to find Macath, this female tiefling, and learn what we can about the Drakhorn. We also discussed the conversations that were had about Arauthator and the Sea of Moving Ice. We chose a figurehead for the Dilirar, but that led into a pretty lengthy discussion on our group finances. During our stay at Guneberg, Ruckus sated his hunger on an unweary homeless person fishing on the dock, got pulled in and eaten by this wereshark, which made us then recount that he is now up to requiring 7 humanoids to satisfy his hunger. The group also purchased flags for the ship. They got a flag for the Lord's Alliance and a flag for Luskin, and 2 different piratey flags. Before the group left, they also bought a local version of a healing potion. And then the next morning, they went and checked out the brand new, revamped, revitalized Dilirar sailing ship. And it's all newness and up to date and well fortified. And they checked that out before they set sail for Orlisburg. At Orlisburg, you made an inquiry on Macath, asking the barkeep if he'd known, but he didn't. The barkeep didn't know much, but when you addressed the patrons of his establishment, many seemed to remember Macath. You asked the crowd if anyone was interested in being your guide through the Sea of Moving Ice, and many were interested. You picked 2 guides. The first was Kolvar, whose brother... So his twin brother, Rovark, and Kolvar had said his twin brother, Rovark, had helped Macath, and ever since has been missing. You also picked another lady, Linnea, who seems a bit more knowledgeable and even speaks the native Ice Hunter language. You set sail the next morning, and 24 hours later you reached the Sea of Moving Ice. The water became more and more crowded with icebergs, and wildlife became more apparent. You spotted a pair of those rummaras that you had been asked if you'd hunt, and you found a pair of them feeding on a polar bear. And as you contemplated how if you might attack them, the ship was jerked suddenly to a stop by Arauthator, the great sea beast, and the sea beast seized the Dilirar sailing ship. Ruckus and Olak fell overboard, but quickly made their way back on board. After some encouragement, you tossed a magical sword and a potion of invisibility to Arauthator. That tribute seemed to be worthy as it retreated into the depths of the sea. Later in the afternoon, the ice became too congested for the sailing ship, for the Dilirar to proceed further, and you were forced to proceed by rowboat. Rowing through the narrow channels, you finally reach a village of ice hunters at the base of Oyavigaten, the giant seaberg, that iceberg that Arauthator makes his lair. Ice hunters, while not necessarily hostile, were also not welcoming. With some persuasion, they did agree to show you Arauthator's lair if you were able to defeat their best warrior. Varinka stepped up to the challenge, and after admiring each other's well-formed physiques, they commenced their bout. Dozens of blows are traded before Varinka finally defeats their champion. Satisfied with the competition, their shaman shows you the entrance to Arauthator's lair, an ice slide some 40 feet down into a cavern of ice. Before he went down, though, Kolvar asks if he can join so he can help you, so he can search for his brother. But Linnea decides to stay with the ice hunters and watch over your boats. In the lair, a strange and large amphibious beast waddles out of the room just as you were coming down into the room. And your attention is drawn to an ice hunter that is coughing, wheezing in a pile of supplies in the corner. And as you try to approach, he seems very, very scared and hesitant and urges you to stay back. But Gloin determines that this ice hunter is afflicted by some sort of disease and proceeds to restore his health. Despite being healed, he seems healed, or healing seems to work, but the ice hunter curls up in a ball and still in fear. And with that, you decide to leave him alone, and as you begin your search of the lair, and before long, you come to a large hole in the floor. And just as you found that hole in the floor, you saw a couple kobolds scurry away. And above that hole is a pulley and a rope, obviously for lowering stuff down into this hole. As you peer down into the hole, you see that it opens up to another cavern below, another underground icy cavern. And as you can see, you just barely see to the bottom of that cavern. You see wood pallets are down at the bottom. And that's really where we ended our night, as we were debating how or if we should investigate the lower caverns where who knows what could be lying in wait, right? We don't know. Where is McGath? We haven't found her yet. Where is Arauthator? We hope not to disturb him. From there, I guess we'll have to see what's going to happen. Are you going to go down in that ice pit? Are you going to go to that lower cavern? Or are you going to continue to explore this upper area first? The kobolds ran off. Are they running to get something? What about those large amphibians? All this and more next Thursday as we gather for more of Dark Queen Ascension presents The Fallen. Look forward to that. We'll see you next week. Take care.